Way I'll conduct the public hearing tonight is first invite testimony in support of the proposed rezone, and if the property owner or their representative is here, we'd certainly invite that input. And then we'll invite testimony in opposition or general testimony and an opposition response if called for. So with that, let me open the public hearing and invite testimony in support of the proposed rezone. Please identify yourself by name and address.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, Sean Wilson, business address 128 East 3rd Street, Latah Realty. I am helping Brenda Boyko and Kelly Isaacson, who are the owners of Moscow Mountain Sports Physical Therapy, who ironically are located directly across the street from this property, who have entered into a contract to purchase this property pending the rezone, of course. We are here with the support of the property owner, who one of which is in the audience, who represents the church. First of all, I wanted to thank staff. This process and the way they present things is very organized, and it's nice to have the visual aids, as we can see here, so you can understand what exactly we're talking about. I'll be brief in my comments. The neighbors, first of all, let's talk about the neighborhood. The neighbors have been generally in support of what we are attempting to do here. We've spoken to most of the adjacent neighbors, be they residential or business owners. Neighbors such as on the business side, the Thompson family that owns several of the properties nearby, the Chetwood family that owns the Ford dealership, Brian Spence, and I know Brenda and Kelly have other neighbors that they have spoken to that they'll speak to as well. The type of use for this property that we are proposing tonight is certainly not a leap of faith, again, since we are moving an existing use that would conform to the zone from directly across the street. Literally, you could throw a rock, and I know we're not supposed to technically discuss the type of business or the actual business, but so I'm speaking more or less to the character of the type of business that we're moving from one place to another. I wanted to point out just a few of the notes from the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, which I think probably could say better than I did, and address Councilor Krause's questions about is this a quote-unquote spot zone? Commissioner Hamilton considered a spot zone an incompatible small rezone in the middle of otherwise homogeneous surroundings. He felt in this case the RO zone would serve as an effective transition between motor business and residential, so he favored the application. McClure was not concerned about it appearing as a spot zone because the geography, and I think that's an important note, creates a natural break from residential areas to east, and the parceling pattern is already different than the neighboring perpendicular residential lots. I think that says it all, primarily in terms of the interfacing of the two zones as they already sit, the way it sits with the comp plan, and geographically this just makes sense. So with that, I'll conclude my comments and ask if there are any questions.
Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Next of all, I would want to invite up Kelly and Brenda to speak a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us tonight. My name is Kelly Isaacson. I reside at 2157 Arborcrest here in Moscow.
And I am Brenda Boyko. I reside at 1055 Presby Road in Viola, Idaho. Madam Mayor, council members, thank you for letting us come and speak about this.
Our current business is BK Inc. We do business as Moscow Mountain Sport and Physical Therapy. That is located at 872 Troy Highway, Suite 180. It's in the Village Mall directly across from on White Avenue. I know we can't get into the specifics of our business, but we just want to speak a little bit to the professional nature of our practice.
And
we are physical.
And I would have you direct your comments to the zoning in particular, if you can do that,
Absolutely.
please. Right.
So Moscow Mountain Sport and Physical Therapy, we are a physical therapy practice. We are 7 licensed physical therapists who work closely with physicians and other healthcare providers. We are currently outgrown our space, and we are in need of additional location that we can grow our business. And so when we saw the church was for sale right away, we were very excited. We really
So we do want to just talk about the
Okay,
zoning,
so trying
if you
to-
can, rather
right. I
than
just
the
want to speak
future
that,
use.
make sure that people understand that we are a professional business. We are a professional healthcare provider business. So, and speak to that. So,
Okay.
just in regard to the zoning, part of our original mission statement for our business was we wanted to be an integral part of the community. We are part of this community. For the council to please consider rezoning our rezoning application. We've had a neighborhood meeting. We've had the support of our neighbors, and we would really like to continue being part of this neighborhood. We really don't want to move our business to the other side of the town. We really like being in this area, and so the sale of this property has provided this opportunity for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Other folks who would like to speak in support of the proposed rezone? This is particular to the zone and not to any particular business, please. Okay, is there anyone who'd like to speak in opposition or provide general testimony? No one? Okay. I'm watching some, no, okay. With that, I'm going to close the public hearing and open it up for the council's discussion.